All right, welcome back. If you saw my deck profile of my Grixis deck, we're gonna go ahead and play a couple of ranked games just to test out the deck, and we'll see how it works. We'll start off with best of one just to see how consistent the deck is, what we're drawing our opening hands, things like that. Just a couple of quick games. We'll probably have to edit the deck a little bit. And I feel a little bit more comfortable with the deck, I'll bring it into best of three. From there, I'll have to test out my side deck, see how that works, and all that jazz. So this is a very experimental deck. I haven't really um, tested this deck out, and it's been a while since I played it. I've been playing mostly just Esper, and I feel like I have a pretty decent mastery of X or Esper by now. So we'll hop back on Grixis and try this out. So I haven't played in a couple of days, so I think my percentage on my Mythic rank has lowered. I don't remember where I'm sitting, somewhere in the low 90%, but whatever. I got the Mythic, and I mean I could keep pushing and try to reach the numbers, but or the number ranks, but I haven't really had that much time lately, and so we'll just test play it in Mythic, and we'll see how it is. It There's an argument that there's a lot of meme decks in Mythic rank. Once people get to Mythic ranks, they kind of just throw together meme decks and they'll just play whatever. And not the greatest way to test out the deck, but I mean there are some people who are still trying to climb up to that 100% rank to be a numbered, and um, hopefully we'll face some pretty skillful players here. Queue's a little slow, so we'll hopefully get a game in the next couple of minutes. Oh yeah, really slow actually. I'm also gonna need to do my quests that I've been building up. Get some of that free gold to buy some animated cards. I haven't bought any packs or anything from Innistrad. Kind of just gonna craft it with whatever resources I have for the cards that I need. And most of the cards I need are just commons and uncommons. Not many rares I feel like I need to craft, or at least until I build a new deck. Kind of empty out my reserve of my wild cards while trying to make my Esper deck, and so gonna be quite a while before I have enough resources to make another deck. I have a lot of I guess good white. I play every color except for green, so I think I have a majority of the good blue, white, black, red cards. So I can maybe I'll build a Jeskai deck and show that off and see how that works out. We're really not getting a game. Maybe I can just swap over to best of three, go from there, or just reset the queue. Try resetting the queue. I guess that's the main issue with being Mythic, is that you're stuck in a very small pool of people. I mean, I don't know what the percentage is, and it's not like I'm trying to brag or anything, but um, it's just the pool of players is just so much smaller, and so finding a game or someone of equal rank to you in the very specific pool of people already makes it kind of hard to find a game. And so that's why once I get to Mythic, I kind of just stop playing as much, because finding a game just becomes more of a headache and a chore than actually playing the game. Hopefully, I'll be able to get one or two games in to make this recording interesting. But yeah, so currently waiting for some cards from TCG Player. I have mainly good experience with TCG Player over the years, but sometimes the sellers are just really slow about shipping out their cards. And we're in COVID, so I kind of cut them a break. The card takes 2 to 3 weeks to get here. It takes 2 to 3 weeks to get here. It's nice if they add tracking, but I understand tracking is kind of expensive. I sell on eBay too. Some of my extra Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, things like that. So postage gets expensive. You know, the post office is working their hardest, and so would like to get my cards in so I can build my deck and go out and play. Um, have a couple of locals near me. Go every Saturday, maybe sometimes, well, mostly Friday. Go out Friday to play after work. Occasionally Saturday, but sometimes I'll go out on Tuesdays, just random days of the week, uh, to play. Mostly just modern at the moment because that's the only supported format around my local area, unfortunately. Standard's essentially dead. I don't think I've seen standard since COVID started, or even like back during M20, the early day of M20s, or the later days of M19. Once those set rotate out, like the scene for standard is just dead. Um, I wanted to get into Pioneer because I had some cards that were just rotating out, and I wanted to build a Pioneer deck, get into that and play that. And unfortunately, COVID hit, and then now I think the format is just kind of dead. I understand Wizards been trying to bring it back, and that's pretty cool. They have some of the challenger decks out, and it's pretty easy to get into um, Pioneer. But still, finding a place to play and finding enough players to play it is very difficult. You're better off playing on Magic Online, which I kind of want to get into, but the cost barrier and other parts of um, the game is kind of cost prohibitive. It's not like it's super duper expensive, but I just didn't want to go through the trouble of, buying, I guess, online cards. At least with Arena, for the most part, it's kind of free. It's you don't really have to spend much money on the game to get a working deck. But yeah, on Magic Online, you're spending maybe 1 or 200, maybe 300 to get a working deck. All right. Well, I wanted to play in best of one, but maybe just no one's playing in my time zone right now, or whatever, for whatever reason, it's not playing a game. So we're gonna try to jump to best of three and just try to deck out there. Yeah. So I named my deck after Dark Eater Midir, which is a Dark Souls boss from Dark Souls 3. Really cool dragon. The 5 mana Nicol kind of remind me of that dragon. He has that bluish, blackish tint to it, and spits out black flames. And I mean, I don't know if Nicol spits out black flames. I don't think he does. I think he spits out regular orange flames. But yeah, they just kind of remind me of that, and I love Dark Souls, so um, just name the deck after that. Come on. Just give me at least one opponent. I'm sure there's somewhere or someone somewhere in the world that's playing. That, or I take it to the the play, not play in rank. I guess I could do that. I wanted to play in rank just to play against um, skillful players. Not saying that people in play aren't skillful, or or casual, I guess. But I like the high stress, the high risk, and high rewards. Like that sort of style, like the competitiveness of it. So people are always trying to beat you, rather than memeing it up or something. And there's that risk factor. So I always test out stuff in rank. It doesn't matter if I lose a bunch with it. I just like playing rank. Even when I play other games and I'm doing something experimental, I'll test it out in rank. And if you're playing with teammates, they'll often get mad at that. All right, so I'll give it another 10-20 seconds here. If not, we're just gonna go ahead and move into play. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't look like there's anyone's playing right now. Let's go ahead and go into play. Make sure we have the right deck. And yeah, try it out here. No stakes though, but that's fine. We are just experimenting with the deck. It's already been 10 minutes, I think, into this recording. I haven't been able to even start up a game yet. Maybe there's maintenance on the servers or something. Yeah, even in play, there's not much activity going on. Maybe I'll check if their servers are down. Not get any sort of games going on. No, it is operational. But yeah, I just don't know what's going on. Let's go ahead and reset the queue. Seems like there's an issue with the servers in terms of it being kind of slow on my computer here. Unless no one's playing historic right now. Everyone's just playing standard. I guess that's the other thing that killed standard was arena. Um, why spend hundreds of dollars on a deck that's going to be rotated out in a year or so when you just do it online here from the safety of your home. Still have that sort of a competitiveness, but you just don't have to spend any money really. A lot of the new Magic sets, it seems like they're designing it for more sort of a modern or commander sort of experience, anyways, versus standard sometimes. I mean, they definitely have lowered the power level of the cards, which is nice. Eldraine and sets around that was kind of a crazy push. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was kind of crazy that I had banned so many cards, which is, I guess, telling of where Wizards going with the design of the game. I'm not really against or for it. I mean, I'll just play the game, but it's cool if they want to push the power up. But I guess it's sort of unhealthy because you can't play your home brew that well. You have to kind of play what's meta and what's has the highest win percentage, and that gets kind of stale. Well, I guess same thing with lower power formats. It gets kind of stale as you're just playing the best deck there is, and not much innovation going on. Kind of works both ways, I guess. I don't know. All right. Maybe I will end the recording here. Not too sure what's going on. Yeah, both rank and unranked. There's just not anything going on. I could reset the game just to see what's going on. Uh, I'll pause the recording for a bit and I will reset the game. Alright, so I just reset the game. And I'm going to try it again. Okay, I guess that kind of did the trick. 15 minutes into the recording and took a while to get a games. Okay. Seems like a keepable hand, I guess. I'll grab my blue source. In case we do start drawing our blue cards. Just fatal push that. I might shock 2, fatal it. But I guess it depends on what our opponent plays next. That is a card. Interesting. Okay. Consider is pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this now. Next turn I can because we're not guaranteed for sure if he's gonna play a creature or not. Might as well get the Croxa in. Exquisite blood. Interesting. The next turn I could probably just Infernal it. Okay. And expressive. Expressive is good to keep. Oh, okay, so we drew that. I'll go ahead and do this then. It might be bad. We'll see. Because of this, he can discard a card and get it out for free, essentially. John.
I am a Johnny Goldmane, and I will be your friend. Friendship feeds the soul.
Well, if I draw a land... Okay, that's easy to deal with. Make sure that dies. Can we do anything else? They might overrun us, maybe?
Outsmarted you eons ago.
We may want to attack him so that he doesn't get to that 27 threshold. And I do have the Coco commands. I'm gonna do this. I think. Yeah, there you go. Before the draw step, I think. Or full control it. I'm gonna ping this. Maybe kill it with Inferno. That way, he's just not gonna be getting any. Oh, I should have done that. Damn, okay. Oh, that's fine. Same result, anyways. I think. Yeah, I think I pinged it at the wrong area. Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and do this. Deal 2. Start off, I'm gonna make him spend that mana. I'm gonna go ahead and ping this. Vigilance. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and just kill it too. We'll bring it back. Like, he's gaining advantage by bringing a creature back every turn, but we're also bolusing every turn too, so it's not the worst. Search, okay. We do have the ability to Cruxa. Why not at this point? I'm gonna go ahead and force him to be on the clock. Our health tool is not gonna matter here. I think we're just gonna search for a skeleton. Almost put the wrong card. I don't see a way of him coming back, even if he gets this to go off multiple times. Like, yeah, he gets the speakers and stuff back, but we're dealing 10, perhaps more to him next turn here. Keep that here. See what he exiles. That's not getting any value, that's fine. Okay, yeah. So, I wasn't too sure what his game plan is. Oh, looks like we're at 90%. But yeah, I wasn't too sure what his game plan was. It looked like it was to generate a lot of tokens by healing up a lot, getting value off of that. But I guess he didn't really get to where he needed to be because I was applying somewhat pressure early in the game. Okay, cool. Keep going. Only issues, we have both 2 turn 3 play cards, but we could Prismari turn 3, get the token, maybe kill something. Let's go and do this. I'm okay with this. I'm gonna press Mario command. Hopefully he doesn't get in too crazy of an elf out. I think I'll still ping the Land of War Elves for 2. And then make a token. Potentially... I guess the question is, do I want to do it now before he gets be able to drop a land, get a 4th mana in play? I think it is better to do that. Or wait until if he pumps this up. If he does, we can ping whatever he does pump up for, and then do that. I played this matchup a few times. I'm just not too sure if it's worth I know I was taking a little bit long on my turn. I guess he just didn't want to wait for it, so alright. Not very good showcase of my deck here, but well, I guess it's not really showcases. I am sort of testing it out and seeing what works and what doesn't work. So far, it hadn't had to mulligan. Most of our cards were playable. Consider was... I couldn't really test out Consider too much. I only cast one time. Yeah, keepable hand. We might be playing against the same player. It's fine. Soul Warden. It's tough. It's tough choice. You'll play the Warden. I guess if we do this, we can kill the Warden if it becomes a problem with Drown and Lock. If he draws another 1 mana card though, I think we might be kinda screwed. Oh, then again, looking at his hand, he doesn't have the mana to cast this, so maybe we'll get the Warden right out. See what's up with this. Yeah, so he doesn't exactly have it, but this card is gonna be kinda dangerous, so we'll have to see. We do have the ability to kill it also with the Drown. We'll play our blue source here. If he doesn't do anything too crazy, we can just memory lapse. If not, I'm just gonna Drown and lock it, and yeah, so we'll just go kill it. Cool. I think we're good. So yeah, looking at this, I think Archmage might be a no-go in terms of playing more than more than I guess like this we could potentially get it. So we'll dig for another blue source here. Drop our threat on the board. So he's gonna be land stuck again. Playing that. We could counter what he plays next. I'm gonna try to bring him down a little bit. We have multiple considers. I don't see why he would block this, but we're gonna try to get his life down. So he doesn't get value out of these creatures here. I want to say countering it might be better than allowing it to come out. We're gonna be racing kinda. Guess I should have done this first. Let's see. I'll just dump it in the grave. We don't really need that. Prismari. Could do this. Let's see here. Sure, we can take that, decline it, add it to our hand. Yeah, I mean our grave is filling up pretty quick. We just need to draw into the Croxa. There's a bunch of flying though, so that's kind of annoying. Sure. Hit me for 2. I'm gonna nuke this. Maybe we don't attack here. So there's a two-way gamble. Either he doesn't draw a land, he's not gonna be able to drop this. He most likely won't attack. I think this one's better, because for this for sure he can drop. This one he may not be able to drop. No, we might Prismario command ourselves to make an artifact. So, do the land, unfortunately. Yikes, yeah, drew it. What do I do here? I'll take no blockers. Great treasure. Let's do this. Ah. Alright. Oh, we definitely need to kill that. Fortunately, I don't think we drew anything. No other threats to revive. That's kind of crazy. We dig through a lot of our deck too. Let's go just do that.
The multiverse is at
He
my
doesn't
disposal.
have... Oh, he has this. Create a blocker. That doesn't really answer his board. Yeah, so we do have to kill that because I think if we don't kill this thing... Oh! Unfortunately, we'll have to... why did I keep clicking the wrong card? Wrong thing? What could have we done better? Yeah, it's just unfortunate that... Stall for a turn here. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're still in the game. That's why Drown and Lock is great. Yeah, 17 cards in my graveyard and... Oh, okay, alright. We'll just go for it. I think... I don't like winning this way, but it'll work. We can just keep the 2 cards in hand as a... I don't think playing the swamp's gonna do us any good here.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
Okay, so he's flooding out. I think we'll get it from here if he floods out like this. I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna thin out our last basic in here. Like this. I think we got it from here. Whatever he does play, he's gonna be forced to top deck it. I can get a creature that starts to heal me.
My schemes are never ending.
I don't know which one to get. They're both kinda rivers. Maybe I need to up the Grixis because I am getting quite a bit of cards in grave, but nothing else to cast off of it. I could try to get something with lifelink, knowing what he's about to draw. But none of this is too synergetic, and I'm just stalling it out.
Nothing to me.
At this point, land doesn't really matter too much. I mean, I could have played a swamp. 4/4. Gonna draw like 2 cards first. Alright, well, there's that. I mean, start croxling. I think we're gonna just try ult with the big bolus here for the win. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just do this. Why not? Draw some more cards.
I know all there
Oh,
is.
that's the one time this card is not doing work. Blocker. This. Croxa finally arrives. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what we're Exile. I don't think any of this is castable again. I mean, I guess if we do draw the one of her in a grave. Yeah, I'm just gonna play safe and just not attack. So we win next turn if he just doesn't kill us somehow. Oh, he has legendary. No. Oh, it's just like an enchantment. It's not a creature. So I think I still win. I can still ult with the bolus and still win. This is creature or planeswalker. This is a enchantment at the moment. It's not a creature. I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, there you go. We ulted with the bolus, so that was an interesting game. Consider it was decent. The cantrip did its job. What didn't I like? Let's go over it. Archmage was okay. It might have been really difficult to cast. I was able to cast it with my mana base. I don't know if it's for sure keep though. That's the thing. Might down it to play more expressive or more, maybe more memory lapse. Prismari was okay. It couldn't deal with his board, but it did feed my graveyard and gave me a treasure token. I didn't have to ping myself for 2 to flip the bolus. I mean, it's a one-of, so I'll test it some more. Yeah, the bolus did their job, and seeing 1 copy each time was fine. That game I both flipped it and did that, and was surviving barely anything. Maybe up the Croxa, because the Croxa early game would have been great. I mean, I drew almost 20 cards on average. You know, within the first 20 cards, so you should probably see 1, I would think. That was just unlucky. We didn't see anything. I mean, I guess that's what the Prismari Archmage are supposed to do. They're supposed to, or the Expressive, they're supposed to search and dig for it. So I don't think I need more copies of it. I just need to dig for it. Same thing with Consider. So I don't think playing more of it would be that great, but spending our time digging for it would be great. Search. Oh, that search was the other game. Okay, so we'll keep it the same for now. Let's just go ahead and try out 1 or 2 more games. So won both of the games so far. You know, probably play a couple until we finish some of the quests. Yeah, there's the fairy sleeves in the shop that I like to buy, but I think I want to pimp out the Consider and maybe the grass, infernal grass, which should be about like 5,000 gold or so. Maybe the torrential gearhawk change to a different one. I have the masterpiece one, but well, that's quite crazy. I still think it's a keepable hand. A little slow though. I'm gonna try the Fable so we can Thoughtseize turn after turn. Oh, dang man. Well, we'll probably Fable Island so we can Consider and Thoughtseize next turn, and then repeat that the turn after. Hopefully our opponent's not getting any threats on the board yet. That's fine. Don't think there's anything too crazy you can do with it just yet. Hopefully we don't draw more Fables or whichever. Go ahead and let's see what he's playing. Memory Lapse, Outcast, Enchantment. I'm not too sure. I guess I'll take the Memory Lapse for now. Neither of these cards are a threat to us. That be a problem. I'm gonna draw that then. It's fine. So Crocs is dead this game. That's fine. That's what we're playing too. It's a part of our strategy, but it's not the main part. So I think we're okay with that. We're probably gonna Thoughtseize here again. Probably hit this. That way. And have that. And I think we're okay to play this tapped. Gonna probably Fable for Swamp next turn. That's fine. You're not gonna allow him to really try to draw anything? Or have any cards in his hand to discard. Is it non-land or just any card? Discard a card. Chainer. He's getting quite the random amounts of cards. I can kill that with a Fatal. We could try to... I mean, Chainer doesn't do anything. Aurora Spell. He does play a few, so I might want to kill that before he starts pumping out some big stuff with it, potentially. He's cast it, so just go ahead and... Oh, it's a copy of a creature token. Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. They're tokens, but I think they hold their mana value. Yeah, so they definitely hold their mana value, so there's still 4 mana tokens. Okay, so this, we're just gonna use this as a filter. It's a fairy. He top decked a fairy. We're 1 turn away from doing that. That's fine.
Time is much more malleable than people think.
I think we can revolt now. I mean, he plays a lot of aura spells, so I think that's gonna overrun us. Library. We could kill the Chainer. Heal plus, but we're also plusing too, so I think we'll kill the Chainer so he doesn't hit us in the face, I guess.
Suffer for your cause.
We can probably outvalue him.
Keep up the pace.
Maybe. Be kind of a... If he gets a really bad token out of the 6 mana, if he discards, do that. Ooh. Memory elapse. No, we don't need that. Cool.
Let your
Alright.
weak
We can do 2 things.
minds crumble.
probably just play the bolus to protect ourselves. Paying this for 2, destroy that artifact, and I think we're good to go from there. Destroy target artifact, deal 2 damage.
Really should have seen that coming.
We might just take the hit to the face, to be honest, if he attacks us. Bolus will go to the grave if he attacks this. I can then just flip this, pop that with the other bolus. Unless he drew an answer to it, that's fine, we'll let it die. He has to draw and answer the bolus here, if not. So just as a backup plan, I guess. For 4 in the face. See what he does. I don't think Simic has a way of dealing with this, but we lose if he has a Brazen Bar. I guess. I guess that'd be the one thing that kills us is a Brazen Bar. If I decide to flip it. Oh, we could play it safe, right? Or he has a counter spell. So we'll either lose if he has a counter spell, counters the bolus, or if I decide to flip the bolus, he pushes it back. But I think we should still, if he Brazen Bar, I think we should still be fine. I'm gonna do it.
Thought I was fighting dragons when I was
We're going to
truly
get to
fighting
Fairy because we can drop the other bolus next turn.
the dead shall serve me.
Return this,
I know what must be
so he's
done.
not going to get it.
Let's take it back.
I kind of like this format, or at least best of 1, because we're playing against some pretty interesting deck. Ooh. Oh. Okay, I'm not too sure why it went tap like that. Yeah. Maybe it's a glitch or something? I didn't quite read what Hall of Giant did, but he couldn't have killed us with it, so I think we're safe regardless of what happened there. Alright. So far the deck seems okay. He didn't see our Croxel, so that's why he got rid of the Rest in Peace. I'm surprised he didn't just start annihilating his own lands. But I guess with that card he hadn't had on the board, he wanted to make bigger creatures by discarding like cards. I think he could have easily overran us if he just kept making creatures rather than playing the land. But he played the land, tried to do some stuff. I wasn't expecting Teferi, but we took care of that. That's why Kolinkin's command is so good. Kind of sometimes deals with planeswalkers just by direct damage, popping artifacts. What do we want to do here? We want to stylize our card. Let's go ahead and do that. Cool. We'll do the cast later. Let's go ahead and save and exit. And our deck is definitely weak to Rest in Peace, graveyard removal, things like that. Gotta be careful there. We'll play one more. See how that this turns out. Okay, I'd say it's a keepable hand. We're kind of consistently drawing this is kind of funny. Because ideally we go turn 1, Fable for blue, 2, play Blood Crypt, the search, turn 3, if we don't draw a land, we can Expressive, These two will work in tandem together to try to guess our third land. He's going first. Problem with that is that it's going to be really slow. We do have a fatal though, just in case if it does come down to me having to shock myself to push whatever. I'll do that. But otherwise, I'd say this hand is good the way it is. I don't mind seeing Croxa in the opening hand. Yeah, when I was playing 3, like I saw it a lot, and I was able to get in the grave a lot, but I was not able to feel the grave with cards in order to escape it. So that was kind of an issue. But I think with 2 and having so many cards that we're going to be digging for, I think it's going to be fine. Let's get the... so, we might maybe get counterspelled here? Or, myth... No, okay, no interaction. Maybe he has an opposite. Nope, he didn't have an opposite either. Well, let's search for our land. Does he have something to do on the trigger? It's fine. Keep it. Library. Let's go ahead and play this. If he counters it, he counters it. That's fine. I think we can just not ping ourselves. Because he's going to be one of those reactive decks anyways, so... probably don't need this yet. Archmage Charm's a little too expensive at the moment. We're just gonna fill our grave then. YOLO. So, Charm here I might take out. So far it doesn't look like it's... Huh. I wonder why he did that. I guess he didn't have anything else to cast, that's fine. Sure. We'll keep it. Maybe we'll play another search. So far it's been paying dividends. I have liked it. That's fine. We could probably fatal this thing. Maybe. Alright. Cool. He's just putting cards in their graveyard. That's what we want. Curiosity. It's fine. I have a couple of ways of killing this thing. Do we need another land at the moment? Yeah. It does allow us to cast Croxa in a bit, but I think with our current hand here, I don't think we're going to be playing anything on our turn right now. So, I'm probably okay with just dumping this into the graveyard. Well, not a card. I think this is good. This is good. We'll play this. Yeah, so Archmage Charm I think is just gonna be on its way out. I wanted to try it out just to see, and it definitely... I think we'll hit the Spell Pierce this turn. And then just maybe push it next turn. Yeah. If he decides to add another Curiosity on top of this thing, okay, I think we're fine. Yeah. Honestly, we just push it. I hope he adds it. Yeah, that's fine. He can play that, and I'll just go ahead and pay the cost for it. Loses his whole hand. Cool. Um, Fortunately, now we do need a land. We do need a red source or something. Hmm. Don't think I need more answers to his board state. Let's just go ahead and dump this in the grave. Let's just go transform this. Wow. Now that. Interesting. Grab that. I'm gonna try to search for our lands here. If he has a... I mean, I could do the bolus. I think that's fine. I mean, I could Ravager next turn. I don't mind that, to be honest. I mean, if we can safely cast the bolus, I don't see why we don't. Put something on the board. Be a threat. You know, he's flooding out for it. That's quite interesting that he's flooding out for that. I think we win here. If he has, since we're able to safely just cast this thing. I don't know how he's going to deal with that and the rest of my cards in my hand. Yeah, I think the Archmage is definitely coming out. I mean, there's times where I can cast it, but we're just trying to play this and that. He surprisingly flooded out. Wow. That usually doesn't happen in a mono blue deck, but alright, let's go ahead and edit our deck. I know what to do and what not to do. Great. Finish up our quest there. Alright, so we could up the search and up the expressive. I like both paid dividends. They were both great cards. I had no problem with them. I don't think I care for anything else in the 3 mana slot, honestly. Only problem with taking out the that is that Trenchel is a lot worse now. Let's see here. Yeah, we still have 17 spells to, or 17 instances to cast with the Trenchel, but none of it really worth it. I really wanted to try the Archmage Charm with the Trenchel, but being that it's so hard to cast. Well, I mean, it's 6 mana for one, but when we do cast it, I don't think the payoff is it's going to be that great without the Magnum Opuses or Magma Opuses. We could play that, and I could discard. I can use it as fodder for Croxa, and yeah, I can use it as fodder for Croxa. But I guess problem with that is I get a treasure token, fodder for Croxa, but it's 2 manas to do nothing. I guess, and I'm not, like I said, I don't think I want to be going in the route of playing too many to do nothing cards, I guess, on my turn, like, or playing on my opponent's turn, because I want to be doing threats and you know, putting stuff out there. So here, because we're gonna do this, so this counts as a 3 mana card. So no matter what, this is 3 mana card. We're not gonna count that sword as 2 mana. So what do we have here? We have a total of 10. So our curve looks something like this so far. I think I want to take out this and maybe play something else. I mean, I could play another Planeswalker maybe. I was playing 4 Fairy, the one that ticks and discards, ticks and discards. I mean, I like that a little bit in my deck. gets rid of dead cards and was cycling me for answers and stuff. So I mean, could just add another planeswalker over Trenchel. I don't think I'll ever get the chance to cast this, so this is probably going out. Let's see here, Teferi. Oh, no, back when I had 4 of these. Okay. Oh, not this one. Where's the baby one? Oh, maybe mini one here. So we can drop the fairy as a threat. I mean, I've ulted with the fairy a few times, and that has won. He's only really bad against Narsets, because obviously you're going to be discarding if you Teferi in your turn. But I think he's a more reasonable card than anything else. He'll dig through my deck, dump stuff for the search, and dump stuff for Croxa, so we'll be able to flip them. And this, we have this like this right now. I could cut a land, because I am playing search, and I'm playing a lot more expressive. Problem with cutting a land is we still want to hit our turn 2 mana. Turn 2. If I do that, how much is my curve going down? Okay, it's going down by 0.1. I mean, this is just stats. I don't think it really plays too much of a, honestly, too much of a difference. If I cut a land, I'll have 23 lands, and then I can start doing more interactive cards, I guess. But at the same time, I want to open with some lands, and I guess if I'm playing regular Teferi here, if I do flood out with the lands, I can just discard that land to put something else in my hand, keep going from there. I think this is okay. It's, how many creatures? I'm playing 6 creatures total. 6 creatures, and they're both legendary. I don't know what other creatures I could possibly play that I would want. Could do Murderous Rider, but it's 3 mana. Kind of. I always had mixed feelings with Murderous Rider. It's not really supposed to be a threat. It's just an answer to planeswalkers and whatnot. But I think we can deal with planeswalkers just based off the bolus and having our threats on there, and maybe countering it. I could up the counter spells. Could put more memory lapse in. I mean, I could do less search and put more memory lapse in, but I think between these cards, I'm gonna draw a lot of cards. Yeah, deck constructing is gonna be interesting here. Let's see. Let's swap this over to my favorite art of Teferi. What do expressive was good. If I need draw cards, expressive is the way to go. I don't see a reason why I would play Archmage Charm when it's hard to cast. Only draws me 2 cards, and I'm not really being able to look at what card I'm drawing, or I can't dig 3 cards deep where expressive I can. And I can always play this. Drown and Log probably don't need any more of. Playing a total of about 8 removal spells between the 2 grass and that. So creature removal I can deal with. Playing Walker is a little bit more difficult. Our only answer is with the bolus, obviously. I think 2 Kolaghan's fine. Playing 3 I think would be kind of dead, because I'm just going to be always forcing him to discard a card and maybe destroying artifact or pinging something. I don't think I have enough creatures to make it worth playing 3. If in modern you have Snapcasters, you can always Kolaghan or snap, Kolaghan, snap, recycle the Snapcasters, which is great. Here I'm not really looking to bring Croxa back to my hand. I always kind of want him in the grave. I play enough boluses, so I don't think I would bring bolus back to my hand either. To recast again, because I'll probably just draw 1 anyways. I would like to be able to bring the bolus or something back into my hand, but unlikely gonna happen. So I think I'll still keep the 24 lands. Anything of this that I want, any of this that I want in my deck? Probably not. These are all just side cards, so I don't think I want any of those in my deck. So I can cut a land, play another memory lapse, because we are digging through our deck quite a lot. So I don't think we need that many lands. And just do a memory lapse, and that will bring my total to 14 2-mana cards, which is essentially 3 of them is going to be here. So you have 6 here. I always like looking at the curves, just to kind of curve downwards. That's kind of like OCD right there. I love perfect curve, I guess, because so expressive 3 of them, they're here. They're 6 mana. They're gonna be like right about here. We'll probably have 11 2-mana cards, which will sit right here. That will allow us to drop a land, perhaps. One land I'll probably drop is the Surface Falls. Most of my casting cast is Rakdos, or 1 blue or 1 black card. The only Izzet card I have is the Expressive, so I think that's fine, and this doesn't really serve any purpose. I mean, I'm playing Steam Vents already, and I'm playing that, so I don't think I want this. Let's just try that. I'm only hesitant on cutting the land because of how Arena is programmed. Knowing it might just, give me really bad hands where I'm just opening up with, 1 land hands, stuff like that. And that's why, that's the only reason I'm a little hesitant on cutting it. Once I get to 2 lands, I can for sure, always consider or expressive to get my 3rd and 4th land. And my curve is pretty low, and if I play memory lapse and things like grass and stuff like that, I can kind of stall out the game, get to where I need to be. Where I guess Persmari can also count as land and digging down my deck. So I think yeah, we'll try that out. Cut off the surface and maybe play a 3rd memory lapse. I mean, it's one of my favorite counter spell cards, so why not? Here, just I mean, I liked seeing it, I like playing it, and it was fine. So even if we don't go off like how we do in the Esper deck, there is a great reason to just play 2 of this, so we can at least see 1 copy. We don't want to play more than 2. I think search at 3 or 4 or whatever more number than 2 is bad, because you're just gonna be drawing too many of these, and they're legendary enchantments. You're not gonna be able to do anything with it. So just 2 is fine. We'll either see both of them, or at least we see 1 of them. Ideally, just the 1, and then if we can dump the other one in the grave, that's fine. Which is fine, because we also have 2 cards that will cycle through our hand. So against other control matchup, how Fatal is going to be bad, we have Teferi and Prismari to cycle through our hand. He is another threat that they'll have to deal with. There's a chance we can ult with them. He will dump cards in the graveyard for us. And I think it's obviously a lot easier to cast than Trench with Gearhulk. And had good experiences with just the 1. So I think this we're gonna roll with this next time we play. So yeah. All right. Well, that's it for today. I think I ramble on long enough. Whoa, kind of glitched out there. Huh. Anyways, yeah. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys next time.